Today we have with us this wonderful lady, Rashani Meegama, who's a corporate lawyer by profession and also the founder of the Endometriosis Support and Awareness Foundation. And she's here today to tell us more about this project. And were you given any other diagnosis from the doctors?
No. Once it was diagnosed as endometriosis, they ran some more tests. But what they said was, from the scan, they are almost certain that it's endometriosis. But to be completely certain, they needed to look inside me, and for that, they needed to do an invasive surgery.
Rashani, what are the symptoms now and how often do you get it?
Symptoms now have fortunately changed for me a little bit. Initially, when I had endometriosis, it was severe pain, severe debilitating pain. But now, while I do experience pain, I also feel severe fatigue. I experience severe fatigue, migraines, anxiety, and then there are other symptoms which I can't even describe in words. For example, like today before we met, I could hardly attend to my day's work. I had to sleep the whole day. I would feel like there was something in my chest, something in my stomach, and I'm not sure what that is. Needle pricks on my body. So all these things happen to me every month. So these are different and varying symptoms I experience.
Okay. I think one of the questions everybody has on their mind is there a cure?
Unfortunately, there is no known cure for endometriosis.
What are the treatments available and what really works for you?
Okay, so that's not a straightforward answer, Fiona, but in my personal experience, Western medicine and different types of alternate medicines have come together to help me maintain my condition. So I am a 4th stage endometriosis patient. Actually, my doctor said I'm a little bit more than 4th stage and they don't have a category for that. So I'm an A+. Yeah. So for that, surgeries, birth control, basically that's what Western medicine managed to do. That is to sort of help me with my symptoms, mainly the pain and the growth of my cysts. But in managing the condition, I feel Ayurveda has helped me far more, or equally, I wouldn't know. And also, I'm also into alternate medicine like juicing and all that. So it's really like a fruit salad of options which I have resorted to, and I think that's the way I manage it. So it's a bit of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in all boldness, I'm going to ask you the next question. Sure. How has endo affected your personal life?
Okay, so it has affected different parts of my my personal life, for sure, because lots of people with endometriosis will know this and can vouch for this. It sort of creeps into the fabrics of your personal life in a way that you can't even imagine. First, you have to battle with the pain, which is physical debilitating pain, which itself is something. It's like you're going into labor pains, or there's somebody stabbing you in your ovaries. That was my personal experience. But leaving aside physical pain, there is that intangible sense of helplessness, fatigue, and what else? Brain fog. And when I mean brain fog, I mean real serious brain fog. You know how sometimes I go into a supermarket and I just feel like I'm like lost in a maze and I can't focus. So those are the things. So fatigue, brain fog would be my two most annoying symptoms outside physical pain. And that I would say really affects my personal life on a day-to-day basis even now. And every month sometimes it's different. Symptoms vary. Sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I have bad migraines, which is a part of endometriosis for some women. So there are times when I can't go for social functions, I can't sort of go to office and work, I can't even pick up the phone and speak to a friend. So sometimes friends, relatives, family, they tend to wonder what's wrong with me and why I'm withdrawing. So people have different assumptions. They may think I'm just not into socializing, or people might think I'm just, withdrawing for different reasons. But it's simply because physically I'm not able to go that extra mile.
And if we were to talk about your professional life in that aspect, how has it affected you?
So my professional life again, when I used to go to courts and practice as a lawyer, I found it very difficult towards the latter part, just before my diagnosis. I would feel like there were days when I just couldn't wake up and wear my sari and go to courts because I would be in so much pain. But I wouldn't know how to even explain it to other people, my colleagues, my seniors, because it was not like saying, hey, guess what, I have a diarrhea or I have a headache. It was different. And then, of course, I had to eventually stop going to courts because either it was my stomach or my migraines, one or both sometimes. And then, of course, after my surgeries, I stopped my court practice. And for about 2 years, I had to sit at home. Yeah.
Rashani, tell us what a good endo day is and what your worst endo day has been like.
Throughout, is it?
Yes.
A good endo day. A good endo day is, I guess, good question, Fiona, because I'm also thinking what's a good endo day. I guess if I wake up to a day without pain, without fatigue, without brain fog, that's a good endo day. Without migraine, that's a good endo day.
And tell us about your worst endo day that you had.
The worst so far, so I strongly believe with all these given factors, the worst a human being can experience is physical pain. You can't beat that, right? So, I think my worst endo day would have been was this particular day when I woke up around 1 in the morning. This was my second phase of endometriosis when I had it in my ovaries. I woke up one day in so much pain. None of the painkillers, the suppositories, injections had worked. And when I woke up, my husband and my mother were fast asleep. And I felt so helpless. And that day, I'm not ashamed to tell you, I was suicidal. Of course, it was just a moment, but that day was, I will never forget that day. So yeah.